the mega pastor, the wonderful mega pastor, strong Republican mega pastor, very close to Donald Trump. He was someone who was feted in many ways. He was the very image of the God-fearing Christian that represented so much of the population that wants to get this country back to the kind of lifestyle that we need to get back to. Well, it turns out that this Texas megachurch pastor, he was accused of sex abuse. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. Child sexual abuse, and he has surrendered to Oklahoma authorities on Monday of this week.
What?
Actually, that's right.
And this was Trump's spiritual advisor? Is that who he was?
He was a key figure in the Trump orbit, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, his relationship with Trump, it's pretty interesting, only because he was so relevant for so long. I actually put aside some information on him. Let me see if I can find it. He was quite the figure when it came to trying to purge this society of the decadence and the horror that we have so reflected under the Democrats. But now he has been accused himself of child sex abuse. He surrendered to Oklahoma authorities. And I wouldn't say that he was the spiritual advisor to the president, but I would say he's among the highest profile spiritual advisors to the president. Spiritual advisors, you call them whatever you want. The victim told authorities that the abuse started when she was 12 years old, and he was a traveling evangelist at that time. And he was staying with her family. The abuse continued for 4 years, apparently. His name is Morris, Robert Preston Morris. He's 63, and as I say, he's turned himself in. She says, after almost 43 years, the law has finally caught up with Robert Morris for the horrific crimes he committed against me as a child. Now it's time for the legal system to hold him accountable. So, indeed, we hope they do. In San Jose, California, a man vandalizes a Tesla in a San Jose parking lot. The police chief and mayor have responded to that situation. It happened at the Costco, where usually only good things happen at Costco. But it happened. San Jose cops said they have arrested the man for felony vandalism. It's not cool owning a Tesla anymore. People are breaking back on Tesla because of the Muskie and Doge thing. And Teslas were found vandalized with swastikas and profanity in San Diego County. The same issue. Plus, as you know, there was a fire. This in Nevada. Federal law enforcement looking at 3 Molotov cocktail incidents at Tesla showrooms across the U.S. Las Vegas, the latest. It was a blaze set at the Tesla showroom, and they are viewing it as potential terrorism. Meantime, a Texas midwife was arrested. Remarkable thing, Maria Margarita Rojas, charged with illegal performance of abortion. It's considered a second-degree felony in the state of Texas.
Is this what we're back to? In the time of my mother's era, where they did what did they call them? Coat hanger?
Yeah, exactly.
Backroom alley, kind of, you don't know if you're going to live or not if you go to one of these places. So now here they are in Texas, rolling back to my mother's era, where they're, the only care you can get is illegal care.
That's
and
right.
God help you if you survive it.
Exactly right. It's a sad, pathetic state. I thought we'd evolve past it, but we haven't. In Budapest, Hungary, A new anti-LGBTQ plus law banning pride events has been in effect, but there's even one step farther that they have gone. They're allowing authorities there to use facial recognition software to identify people attending the festivities illegally. This law was passed just yesterday. Several thousand protesters chanting anti-government slogans gathered after that vote outside of Hungary's parliament. They later staged a blockade of a major bridge over the Danube, blocking traffic, disregarding police instructions. This is part of a crackdown from Hungarian lawmakers, this new law, and they're cracking down on the country's LGBTQ plus community. And this is Viktor Orban. Viktor Orban, of course, is Trump's North Star, I think, on essentially taking over with a soft coup. So that is his latest. And again, you can't go to Pride parades, you can't go to Pride demonstrations, you can't go to Pride displays of any kind. And if you do, we will use facial recognition software to find you and to arrest you or ticket you. I think in Hungary, the ticket is like $600. So that's, and finally, in Law and Disorder, the 380 million year old fossils that were dumped in a landfill after New Jersey College didn't pay the UPS bill. This according to a lawsuit from William Patterson University. They had unpaid invoices, and 200 marine fossils ended up being discarded in Tennessee because these bills were unpaid.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
They threw them in the garbage?
Into a landfill. 380 million year old fossils. A professor of environmental science and a paleontologist at William Patterson University had planned to collaborate with a colleague on a comprehensive monograph featuring this collection of fossils. Well, now those professors have had to file a civil suit in Passaic County. They spent hundreds and hundreds of hours collecting these marine invertebrate fossils from this high mountain area of Wayne, New Jersey. And they sent the priceless collection to one another for review. It was being sent to Florida to move forward with the project. Packaged about 200 fossils into 19 separate boxes, 80% of the entire collection, according to the lawsuit. Package weighed between 20 and 60 pounds. The fossils were taken to the university mailroom that day, given to a mailroom supervisor, who's also named in this lawsuit. UPS picked up the packages, and the package never arrived. The lawsuit says that the colleague in Florida said that fossils never got here. They got the tracking information. Days passed, and on September 20th, the professor advised the other professor that the fossil packages were possibly being held at the UPS fraud department. According to the lawsuit, the fraud department then ended up canceling the delivery, and the university's account had been canceled for lack of payment. They failed to pay outstanding invoices to UPS. And because of that, UPS just dumped the package into this landfill.
That is nuts.
Yeah. That, my friends, we'll keep you updated on the outcome of that lawsuit. That is Law and Disorder.
Tune in again next time for more Law and Disorder on the Mark Thompson Show.
All right, that's it. Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.